Our water supply run is finished except for some connections and running it to the actual building. Today we're going to start on the underground power. Before we start digging, here's a minute or so of the family laying all the conduit out. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Who's the one who can rise above? Take a chance, do it all for love and no regrets. Up ahead there's an open door and I gotta find what I'm looking for, and I'm on my way. Well, time moves on and the days go by, but the sun don't set on the stars tonight, and I spread my wings. My head's in the clouds with my feet on the ground, my aim held high and I'm moving on. My time is now to make all my dreams come true, to let all the light shine through, so I can be everything I know that I could be, to find all the strength inside. Baby, just watch me fly. Now I have all I need to find the best in me. Well, isn't it time to open my mind and just believe? Just believe.
So it's the next day, and it's time to actually do some digging. We figured out that it would be most economical to run the power underground from our neighbor's transformer on a pole to our freestanding meter base yet to be built. We only had a few options for running power so far back to our build site. We could knock down a bunch of trees, clear a huge path. It's like 40 feet of clearance. In reality, it was going to be cheaper for us to run it underground than to try to cut down trees and have aerial lines running down the middle of our property. So we're not doing temporary power. We're actually going to do a freestanding meter base where the meter is actually not on the building. So 3-inch conduit in the ground. We've laid out the conduit to help us figure out the best path from one end to the next, avoiding the roots from the trees, figuring out the bend radius. So we're starting in our property line. It's an actual fence line between our property and our neighbor's property. We have some of the best neighbors. Without great neighbors, you can't get things done. You need each other. Community is important, relationships are important, and we've got some of the greatest neighbors. We're going to dig our side first to figure out exactly where everything goes following the path that we marked out, and then we'll come back on another day to dig into the neighbor's side. And we want to do that in one day, get in and get out. So again, we're next to the tree line, which is our fence line between the properties. There's a lot more roots at this point. Now I've got to use my chainsaw to get in there and just clean up the roots. There's some bigger roots in there. Now, yes, I do own chaps and a helmet and face shield and gloves and steel-toed boots and all that, but I don't always go grab all my safety gear. So we got a lot done today. We've got all the conduit laid out. We've marked our path from one end to the next. We have our separations marked out between the power line and the water line and a future tight line, and we'll be back at it soon.